Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 9 minutes off 9 o'clock on Saturday night. A wet Saturday night. The wind has calmed down a bit. Done a bit of damage around the house. Brought chairs to us out the front, put them into the hedge for me, and a window box in the corner of the window, not in the middle. The two in the middle survived. The one in the corner, she lamped it on the ground, and I had to do a bit of gardening to get it back together today. And she took the felt off half the garden shed at the back and brought it with her. It wasn't in the best of condition anyway. It needed to be done, but I just hadn't the time this spring to do it with the wet weather yet. And I won't have time, but I'll have to find time maybe Monday, because there'll be water getting in. I hope you're safe wherever you are and that not too much damage has been done. We done a small bit of damage to the bookies today. We were 2 for 2, nice prices, 4 to 1 and 9 to 4 tipped up, I think, to finish 13 to 8 was it, and 100 to 30. The first one I got it right about a good engine and a bit of stamina and a big horse to carry the weight. Probably the 3 pound claimer, he'd done well. Went 1 to 6 in running, and then it came back into evens before he came to the last, but he pulled away. We'll keep an eye on him. He won't go up too much in the weights again, but he needs a fence, and he'll win over fences too. And the other one then was probably the jockey Buick for Joseph O'Brien that done the business. The other one actually had won for us before, last year once. And the stats, and I'm a stats man, the stats suggested that the 4-year-old probably would win, but I was impressed with the one run in France on softish ground. It had won for Martin Mead before on the Goo at the track. So it's grand when you as Steve McQueen said in the A-team, when a plan comes together. Sometimes it doesn't. I use the same sort of reasoning all the time, and sometimes it came together a lot this week. So we're chugging along nicely in the middle lane. So don't give it back to them too handy. The reason I'm on early is there's a couple of races at America tonight. We might take a couple of quid off them for the ones that's viewing quick. The wood is off in 15 minutes. I won't get it up in time for that. Shout out on the newcomers on the bus: John Richardson, Roy Griffin, Jay from Glasgow. Eddie Fast was fairly lively when he was boarding the bus. Shunshine, Ross Tierney, Sean Walsh, Paul G, Vintislav Kolev. He's not from the west of Ireland, I would reckon. You're welcome wherever you're from. David Keogh left a tenner in the kitty as he was boarding. Buckfast Rogers and Dan Graham were the last to board, and then we headed for the races. I get onto this fast, I'll get it into the oven. We'll try and take a couple of pound off them tonight. The wood is on in at 7 minutes past 9. There is a reason to look at it or look back at it when you see it, is because that Christophe Clement, he's a favourite of mine on the turf, Frenchman training in New York. But this deterministic is the 13-8 fab for it. That won from Just a Touch, and Just a Touch is running later in the Keeneland. It's second favourite in the Bluegrass. Bluegrass is grade one. It's always a good yardstick for the Kentucky Derby. I'm with the Fav. Sierra Leone is the 5-1 second favourite for the Kentucky Derby. Wildly impressed with it the first time it ran last year in Aqueduct. An absolutely tremendous stretch run, one on the snaff. Dornoch beat it the next time, but he got there too soon. And he didn't ride him the next time, Jose Ortiz. We'll see it here, and Dornoch is up against him tonight. But I think Sierra Leone, with a well-timed run tonight, he has better cruising speed in the stretch.
Dornoch is now opening up that margin. It's Dornock who's up by 3, 4 wide, just ducked in there. Sierra Leone is rolling. Here comes the big bounding strides of Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone from last to first. This is a big effort. Battling on is Dornock, who's back to second. Sierra Leone is dugging in. Dornock is coming back. Dornock not done. It's going to be a photo. A photo, and I think Dornock.
Yeah, and then we've seen that him run again the next time. When I showed this race in the fairgrounds, we picked out Catching Freedom, and it won for us. But it shows the run that he has in the stretch again here.
File in toward the inside as they turn for home after 3 quarters in 1 minute 14.74 seconds. Track Phantom charging on the outside is Resilience. Hall of Fame flattens out. Chasing Freedom trying to keep a straight path, and Sierra Leone charging hard on the outside. It's Track Phantom, Resilience, Chasing Freedom in tight quarters between horses. Sierra Leone on the outside for Tyler Gaffalione. Sierra Leone, Track Phantom down.
I think he has to be played late, and Tyler Gaffalione should know him better tonight. We'll see and the results how just a touches for him is franked or not. There's in the 20, that's at 10 to 11. At the 20 past 10, we have the Shakerstown Stake. It's a 5.5 furlong race. We have one for Godolphin here, Mischief Magic. People that follows the Breeders' Cup will know that this won in Keeneland. In 2022, it won the Juvenile Turf Sprint with William Buick. It was up against a lot of good horses there recently in a Group 3 there behind a former Group 1 winner in Marathi Anna. It won a listed race in Medan. It was 4th to Pontas. Pontas went off with blazing speed that night. We've seen it 5th behind a good Hershey of ours, William Twee. I wonder where's that. We're looking forward to that coming out again this year. So it has 2 runs this year. A speedster that is second favourite there is Arzak, but Arzak needed the run last year. Now it's late speed as well, similar run style to the one I mentioned. When it won in Keenland, won in a good time there in last October. So it hasn't ran for since November. So I'm hoping that we're fitter on the night. Trombetta's running or going fairly well, the trainer, lately. So that's always a good sign that he'll be ready. So maybe a small little reverse forecast. I don't know who the speed will be in that. But there's 2 for tonight. 1 pick for tomorrow. I'll add to it if all meetings goes ahead. But I didn't think there was any point putting them up. And Adday in Devon. It opened up 2 to 1. It was 9 to 4. We might get it at a bigger price in the morning. I don't know. Ticks a lot of boxes because the going is heavy, and it won on soft ground in Leicester last October. It was second to Romantic Style in a listed race when it went off 12 to 1, and then it had a run this year. It'll be on the very right hand side as we pick it up in a listed race that Montazabib won. Montazib, it should be.
The move, and so to on the near side.
We're on the very right in the green and the white hat.
Waiting patiently to pick up the pieces as they come inside the final quarter mile. There's only about 3 legs separating all 7 runners now. Marshman coming through strongly. Adday and Devon is picking up well over on the far side. Marshman just in front. Adday and Devon. Arassi on the near side is battling away inside the final. Furlong they come. Marshman, look at Montasib. He's absolutely flying. He's going to get there. Oh, that was a great ride. And what?
There were sort of better class animals that he's up against tomorrow, I think, and I hope. There is a horse close enough in the betting equity law, but the time that he ran with a lot of cut on the ground, there was an excuse given that the reason he ran so bad was because that was in Chester last July, is because the ground was soft. So if he didn't like it that day, he was turned over as an odds-on shot. If you didn't like it that day, why would you like it tomorrow in Bath when it's heavy and the other one has won on heavy ground? So if Leopardstown goes ahead, I might have won for that. And in Carlisle, if it goes ahead, we have Netywell running. It has won for us 3 times, hasn't it? Yeah, won the last 3 times. So it has won us a few pounds. So we'll have to stay loyal to that, I would imagine. It has won on heavy twice and soft. So yeah, who's riding it tomorrow? Is there a Packy Lodge? Yeah, 3-pound claimer. He was on it the last time. And there's one at Leopardstown that we backed before out as well. So I'll get this into the oven. I'll be able to watch the wood. So I'll add to it in the morning, if depending on what meetings goes ahead. So in the meantime, bash the bookies over and out.